Lacey.
It's 6 o'clock. We'll call the January 10th meeting of the Mexico City Council. Would you call the roll, please?
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
First item is approval of minutes of December 13th, 2021.
I move that we approve the minutes from December 13th.
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
At this time, I'd like to open a public hearing for the purpose of rezoning property located at the northeast corner of South Missouri Street and West Liberty. Do we need a roll call for this in a
I
second?
need a second.
Okay.
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
Okay, to rezone the property located in the northwest corner of South Missouri Street and West Liberty Street from R2 two-family district to I1 light industrial district. Mr. Haynes.
Yes, as you've already stated, we have a request to rezone the property noted, and to go over the details would be Community Development Director Rita Jackson.
Good evening, Council. This agenda item concerns a request from Michael and Charlotte Schweitzer to rezone their property located at the northeast corner of South Missouri Street and West Liberty Street from R2 two-family district to I1 light industrial. This property is split zone, with the west side zoned I1 light industrial and the east is zoned R2 two-family district. The owners are requesting to rezone the entire parcel to I1 light industrial. The owners have a potential buyer who plans to utilize this property for manufacturing purposes. They feel the rezoned use of the property for manufacturing will create more jobs and provide an increased tax base for the community. The city's comprehensive plan shows this area as an employment anchor, such as a business park, and manufacturing classification is found in that zoning. Notices were sent to 38 surrounding property owners within 300 feet of the requested rezoning. Staff received 3 phone calls regarding the rezoning. 2 callers requested additional information regarding property usage in an I-1 light industrial district and whether or not it would increase their taxes. The 3rd caller had no opposition. Staff received correspondence dated December 1, 2021. This correspondence was received after the packet had went to the Planning and Zoning Commission. It was received from Delano and Barbara Jones regarding the rezoning request. This document was read to the Planning and Zoning Commission. They expressed concern regarding the possible increase in noise, traffic, and lower property values of the home in the area. The Joneses own rental property which is located at 318 South Abbott Street. Mrs. Jones was contacted on Friday regarding the public hearing tonight to ensure that she was invited to attend. She stated that she was under the weather and she would not be able to come tonight. She did ask what were the purposes of the rezoning, and I told her that the Planning and Zoning meeting, it was indicated that the potential buyer was Maxwell Trailers, and she had no response to that. At the December 7, 2021 Planning and Zoning Commission, the Commission made a motion to make recommendation to City Council to grant approval of the requested rezoning. Staff recommends Council proceed with the advertised public hearing, and we do have the Schweitzers in the audience.
Council have any questions? This is a public hearing. Is there any public who would like to make a comment? If not, I move we close the public hearing.
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes?
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
Okay, next item under ordinances, Bill number 2022-01, an ordinance rezoning property located at the northeast corner of South Washington Street and West Liberty Street, and amending the district map referred to in Section 42-205 of the Code of the City of Mexico, Missouri, zoning to I-1 Light Industrial District. Reading by two readings and passage.
Make the first reading of bill number 2022-01.
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers,
Yes. Bill number 2022-01, an ordinance rezoning property located at the northeast corner of South Missouri Street and West Liberty Street and amending the district map referred to in Section 42-205 of the Code of the City of Mexico, Missouri, zoning to I-1 Light Industrial District. I move for second reading of bill number 2022-01.
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers,
Yes. Bill number 2022-01, an ordinance rezoning property located at the northeast corner of South Missouri Street and West Liberty Street and amending the district map referred to in Section 42-205 of the Code of the City of Mexico, Missouri, zoning to I-1 Light Industrial District. I move for passage of bill number 2022-01.
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers,
Yes.
I'm glad you had a little struggle with that 1-1, I-1. It's just the way it's written is...
Yeah.
I'm blind.
A
It's
challenge
like,
to
is it a
read.
1-1 or I-1?
Okay, bill number 2022-02, an ordinance approving the final plat of Saddlebrook Estates, Plat 2 of the City of Mexico, Missouri. Mr. Haynes.
Well, we have 12 new residential building lots ready to be available for some new home building. And this ordinance would approve the final plat of Saddlebrook Estates Plat 2 to the City of Mexico, Missouri. And to go over the details, Community Development Director Rita Jackson.
As Roger stated, this agenda item concerns a request for final approval of Saddlebrook Estates Plat 2 submitted by owner-developers Scott Hayes and Jack Creason, doing business as SHJC LLC. Saddlebrook Estates is a residential subdivision containing 12 residential lots. The submitted plat by A Civil Group LLC, signed September 7, 2021, contains all the required information for a final plat. Street, sanitary sewer, and other utilities have been completed. SHJC LLC requested Saddlebrook Estate be granted a waiver from the requirement that sidewalks be installed. The city subdivision ordinance requires sidewalks as part of the infrastructure improvements. There are no sidewalks in the Saddlebrook Estate subdivision. The final plat was approved with a sidewalk waiver on October 5th, 2021 by the Planning and Zoning Commission. Staff recommends that council proceed with two readings by title and passage of the attached ordinance. The ordinance has been posted the required length of time.
What are these going to be?
I'm sorry.
Are they going to be homes? Are they going to be duplexes? Are they going to be apartments?
Residential, single-family homes.
Single-family homes.
But you're like
said, works.
up on Bennington or any of those streets up there, just single family.
Single-family, yes. Individual lots.
I remember when that was a car junkyard.
Black's Auto Salvage.
You remember that? If nobody else has objections. I move for a first reading of bill number 2022-02.
Second.
Bill number, Jimmy, go ahead.
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Yes.
Come on then.
We're confused.
We're all, yeah, it's,
It's the first of the year.
Okay.
please read.
okay. Bill number 2022-02, an ordinance approving the final plat of Saddlebrook Estates, Plat 2 to the City of Mexico, Missouri. I move for passage. You can have second reading. I move for second reading of bill number 2022-02.
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Briggs,
Bill number 20...
Briggs.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm I'm ready to get this going.
Now,
Okay, Bill number 2022-02, an ordinance approving the final plat of Saddlebrook Estates Plat 2 to the City of Mexico, Missouri. I move for passage.
Second.
Williams.
Yes.
Hay.
Yes.
Miller.
yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
Okay, bill number 2022-03, an ordinance accepting street and sanitary sewer improvements in the Saddlebrook Estates Plat 2 of the City of Mexico, Missouri. Mr. Haynes.
With the final plat being approved, the Saddlebrook Estates number 2, the next step would be to accept the infrastructure such as the street and sanitary sewer improvements, which would then become the city's assets and also a responsibility to maintain. And to give further details on this, we bring you Public Works Director Kenzie Russell.
I think this is probably pretty straightforward after accepting the plat. You can see the shaded area there is the street extensions that have been constructed. It'll add 520 feet, lineal feet of street, 618 lineal feet of sewer to our maintenance responsibilities. It was all constructed under inspection from the Public Works staff and constructed to city standards. We would recommend acceptance of the improvements.
Pleasure of the board.
I move for first reading Bill number 2022-03.
Second.
Williams.
Yes.
Hay.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
Bill number 2022-03, an ordinance accepting street and sanitary sewer improvements in the Saddlebrook Estates Plat 2 to the City of Mexico, Missouri. I move for the second reading of Bill number 2022-03.
Second.
Williams.
Yes.
Hay.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
Bill number 2022-03, an ordinance accepting street and sanitary sewer improvements in the Saddlebrook Estates Plat 2 to the City of Mexico, Missouri. I move for passage of Bill number 2022-03.
Second.
Williams.
Yes.
Hay.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
Okay, resolutions. Bill number 2022-04, resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an extension to the city on-call engineering service agreement with Engineering Surveys and Services, LLC. Mr. Haynes.
Yes, Engineering Surveys and Services is one of our on-call engineering firms, and we entered into an agreement with them back in January of 2020 with the availability to do one-year extensions. And to go over the details of this extension recommendation with Public Works Director Kenzie Russell.
Back in 2020, the city entered into contracts with Engineering Surveys and Services in Bartlett and West for on-call engineering services. Those contracts provide for an annual review of their services and performance, which was done with Engineering Surveys and Services. We just did one with Bartlett and West today, and so we will be bringing a recommendation at the next council meeting for them. Each of those contracts provided for up to 3 renewals. This will be the second renewal for Engineering Surveys and Services. They currently have the contract for the engineering work on the Lakeview Lake Spillway, the crack repair, and the erosion control downstream, which is the primary contract that they've provided for us, and that has been satisfactory. So staff recommends renewing their contract.
Is the cost the same?
Their hourly rates will change, or have changed slightly. Contract provides for that update as well.
We're going along with the American flow.
Raise the bracket.
I don't understand what the big deal of a renewal is if it's the same. You change the contract every time, so that's it.
We don't have to renew with them, do we? We could,
We do not have to.
Yeah, that's-
That certainly is
it's a one-year renewal with the possibility of 2 more.
option.
One of the contracts.
But we're happy with them, right?
They have performed well for
Okay.
us. They've also surveyed the AP Green site for us when we acquired that. Their work has been timely.
Charles, pleasure.
I move for a reading of bill number 2022-04.
Second.
Williams.
Yes.
Hay.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Bill number 2022-04, resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an extension to the city's on-call engineering services agreement with an engineering surveys and services LLC. I move for passage of bill number 2022-04.
Second.
Williams.
Yes.
Hay.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Yes.
Next item is payment of the claims.
Make a motion to pay the bills?
Second.
Williams.
Yes.
Hay.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Next item are comments. We'll start with the council. We'll start with Mr. Hay.
Well, I hope everybody had a happy holidays. It was a good time off for me, so hopefully everybody else had a good, relaxing time. The group going around the city, Kinsey, are they blowing out pipes? What are they cleaning out?
The
Water.
yellow and
Yeah,
Atlas.
yeah.
trucks, that's Ace Pipe Cleaning.
Ace.
They are under contract to Missouri American. They're hydro excavating primarily at people's meters to determine if the service is lead or not, and they're inventorying those services. The federal lead and copper rule will require Missouri American to replace the lead services, and so it's the asset inventory that's being done by Missouri American.
So we're not coordinating that.
We're not coordinating that. When we have a citizen call, we'll try to get the proper information over to Missouri American to deal with whatever the question might be.
Well, I'm glad they're doing it. They start doing stuff around the high school, like at 7:30 in the morning or 7. They got big old trucks, and it just gets to be a mess over on Abbott and all them. And I was just wondering, I didn't know if it was the city or someone else, that maybe if they could coordinate that after 8 o'clock, when there wasn't so much heavy flow traffic, that it'd be a lot easier to navigate. Because, I mean, we do have a lot of students that are driving in and other people dropping off kids at Hawthorne and everything like that. So I think they're out of there by now. I think they're out of that area of the city now. So I didn't know in the future if there's anything like that, if kind of, I don't know if anybody's going to have that big of trucks. Like, they had some pretty massive trucks that were rolling in there, so.
Well, there are other schools that they may be working around, so we can certainly call it to their attention that there's traffic around the schools at those times, and if they can coordinate the work, we'll certainly bring it to their attention.
Okay, appreciate it. That's all I have.
Mr. Williams.
Hope everybody had a great holiday. I was also going to ask about them, but I would also tell them they are going to the door, because when they came to my door, they're telling people that the city contracted with them. And I was like, what? I mean, I knew who they were because I knew, we had talked about this. But, it could cause some confusion, and they're going inside people's houses, and they're saying that we're behind it. Like, oh, this is American Water, not us. So you might pass that along for us. Also, with the planning and zoning situation, I got 2 comments. One is, if a person has an issue about their property values, I don't know why they didn't just ask a real estate agent to comment on it, A. And then B, when we've had a lot of discussion up here about sidewalks, and there's no explanation of why this gets passed on, but other places don't get passed on, when we've had pretty contentious debates about sidewalks. And a lot of the council up here has asked people to put sidewalks in. We're trying to get people to put sidewalks in on Teal Lake. So a little more explanation in the future may be a good thing.
Might note, and we probably should have in the presentation, the Saddlebrook construction plans were approved by the council in 2007. So it has been some time past, and certainly a different council.
That's all I got.
Mrs. Briggs?
Well, I just want to encourage everybody to attend the Martin Luther Day, King, you can't talk tonight, Martin Luther King Jr. Celebration, and it's always fun to go to it. It's at the, especially the one at the, it's at the courthouse. I think that's where this one is, isn't it?
They're having a breakfast at your church first.
Yeah, do they have their, I don't, do they-
9:30,
are they
I
still
just pulled
having
up.
the church breakfast?
Yeah, Michael Moore sent this out earlier today. He said there's a 9:30 prayer breakfast at First Presbyterian and then the march to the courthouse from Mexico United Methodist. They're not going to march from Presbyterian Church.
Have to leave
Be
at
clear.
9:30.
That would be impressive, though.
That would be. Okay, that's all I have.
Okay.
Yes, I encourage everyone to go out as well. I won't get to be there. I'll be in Columbia with their celebration this year. I'm blessed to get this keynote there. Just everyone be safe with Omicron. It's seeming to be taking all sorts of hostages right now lately. So just be safe, social distance, do the right thing.
Mr. Haynes?
Just to note that the city offices will be closed that day in observance of the Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Well, I'm going to reiterate what Mr. Williams had to say. I guess, at what point do we start saying sidewalks have to be put in? I kind of thought we were there. Granted, this was approved in 2007, but was Phase 2 of it approved in 2007, or was it approved later?
2007.
For Phase 1 and Phase 2?
And what may become Phase 3.
But it is a question. Sidewalks and no sidewalks. Other than that, I have nothing else to say, I don't think. At this point, we'll have public comments. If you're a public person who'd like to stand up and make a comment, please come to the podium, state your name and address, and try to hold your comments for 3 minutes. Seeing no one come forward, I move we adjourn.
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Hay,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes?
Briggs,
Yes.
Shippers.
Yes.
Okay.